is loaded incorrectly. We're gonna pop our mystery box in Pokemon Go here shortly. Let me just get situated, make sure we're live. Okay, it looks like we're good. Alright, let's catch some of these spawns around me. Sorry about the delayed start. But yeah, we're gonna continue hatching our Decidueye eggs here in Pokemon Violet. And there's an event currently going on for a few days where it's pretty rare that you can get a Shiny Meltan, but the only way you could obtain it is through Pokemon Go and evolving, you know, Meltan into Melmetal in there and then sending it to home. So I'm gonna try my luck. Yeah, what's up, Dan? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, bro. Alright, it looks like everything's good, so. Alright, sick. Great to see you. I'm gonna get situated here and go real quick. Alright, cool. We'll just catch some of these spawns. Let me get the rest of the eggs that are in here and then we're gonna start hatching. Let's see. You're shiny hunting Meltan? Well, for the shiny one in 64. Wait, what? The shiny one in 64? Or did you get it in 64 encounters? Is that what you're saying? Alright, let me get our Talonflame in our party, grab a batch of eggs. Then we'll start continuing on. We're around 516 hatches for our Shiny Rowlet. It's getting a little ridiculous, but it's kind of how it goes. Alright, I didn't even open my Pokemon Go app yet this week, as you can tell. No, 1 in... Oh, it's 1 in 64 odds. Excuse me. For some, when you said 64, I thought you were talking about Nintendo 64, and my mind went to Pokemon Stadium, and I was just very, like, unsure what was going on. I'm like, is there a way to obtain it in Pokemon Stadium somehow? Which wouldn't make any sense, of course, but... That's where my brain was at, so... Can you blame me? But yeah, good luck on getting your shiny Meltan. Like I said, you already know this, more than likely. This is the only way we can obtain it legally. I already have a couple shiny Meltan, and I've even sent a shiny Melmetal to home. But of course I'm going to try to get more. You know what I mean? So I'm going to pop my mystery box here in a little bit. But we'll definitely, I won't wait too long. Yo, what's up? Yo, Scope. It's been a while, yo. What's up, homie? Word. Alright, our first egg of the stream. Let's see what it is. Will it be a shiny? I'm doing well, bro. Just trying my luck at getting a shiny Rowlet, and we're also going to try to go for Meltan here in a moment. I'm going to do this grunt. I saw a tweet on, like, earlier today that there was some data leak that apparently... Oh wow, there's a Dragonite over there. Apparently there's going to be shiny chances at every grunt encounter, not just the leaders. Oh wow, I have this, by the way. Maybe I'll just do this. Of course I will, Arlo, but yeah, we'll see. I'll Mega Evolve this Gyarados. That's mine. That's at level 50, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, definitely a good PvP one. Melmetal's pretty good still. It's like, I don't know if I haven't been playing much Go Battle League recently, but it's always been kind of like relevant. Like, I don't think it's like OP, but it's like a good pick if you know how to use it. Alright, 519. I don't know why it was like lagging. My game's like, I should get out of this area. This area probably just is not a good area to hatch eggs. Okay, I have 2 more. Let me just get them hatched and then I'm gonna get out of here. Or I'll just, like, you know, work my way out of here. Okay, 520. Thanks for tuning in today. Hope everyone's doing well. I am going to be flying out to North Carolina tomorrow afternoon for the Charlotte Regional. I'm going to be competing in VGC. I'm still really nervous, but my goal is to at least perform better than my San Diego run. I'm going to try my best. You know, I would love to go into day 2 of the tournament, but it's going to be extremely sweaty. But like I said, if I can do better than what I did in San Diego, then there's at least 2 or 3 more chances for me to compete for a chance. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see how I feel after this next tournament. That's kind of like what I was thinking, because it is expensive to travel for them, and I didn't really expect anyone from the community. I didn't try to like raise money or anything for my trip this time. But if I end up going to Portland or something, I might do like an art stream where I'm like drawing for donations. That way it can help like fund the trip or whatever, but we'll see how I feel after this tournament. I'm really nervous about it, to be honest, because the majority of the time that I've been practicing for this tournament, I've been running arguably something extremely gimmicky, and I've switched it up just like the last couple days. I feel like the team I'm going with is relatively good. Hold on, let's start this Arlo battle. But I'm still making adjustments on my last 2 picks, which I have to figure out and solidify like tonight, and I guess I could still kind of like brainstorm it tomorrow during my travel. But I'll be leaving tomorrow afternoon, but I won't be getting to Charlotte until Friday morning because I have like a 5-hour layover in Las Vegas. I was considering on maybe doing like a little mobile stream there, like a Pokemon Go mobile stream. I don't know though yet. It could be fun. You know, just kind of like chill out for a bit, talk about stuff, catch some Pokemon in the airport, drink some beer. We'll see though. We'll see. I don't want to promise that, but wait, I should have went for the outrage here. Wait, actually, wait, do they still have a shield? I don't remember. If they have a shield, then this was the right play. Alright, sick. Oh wait, yeah, they have 2 shields. Alright, yeah, this is the right play then. Alright, I'm going to charge a little bit of energy on Garchomp, and then I'm going to switch out, more than likely. See, I have a Melmetal here. I actually have a level 50 Perfect IV Melmetal. Caught it a while ago. And I think last year I finally like maxed it. It's one of the easier Pokemon to try to get XL because it's a mythical Pokemon, so it actually gives you like... I think it guarantees to give you XL candies. So if you just pop the box every couple days, you can kind of amount the XLs that you need for it pretty quickly. Especially nowadays if you have like a Mega Evolution with a Steel bonus. You know, you just Mega Evolve it. Actually, that's a good idea. Even though I don't need the XL, I'll just do that for when I pop the Meltan box. Just kind of show you how much XL candy you can amount in just 30 minutes. Alright, I'm trying to just do this. I'm trying to focus more on the Rocket Leader right now. But yeah, this should be an easy win. I'm just gonna go for another superpower here, spam it. And then I'm gonna try to switch out. I think Garchomp's really close to the Earth Power. So yeah, we'll just hatch these. We should be at 526 on the last hatch. Oh, I actually had a move there, but I was like, kind of focused. Okay, I have one more hatch. Okay. Let me just bring Garchomp and go for an Earth Power. I'm pretty sure this could knock out, but technically this is neutral because of the bug typing. Alright, this should be 526. Alright, knocked out. Cool. Alright, let's see if we get a shiny. I already got a shiny Nidoran during this cycle, believe it or not. I posted about it on my daily Sassifrass channel. Okay, let's grab another batch of eggs. So we have done 526, no luck. Let's check to see if we get a shiny Shadow. No luck on that, but I did get one earlier this event. I guess the main cool thing about it would be is if I got like a Hundo Nidorino, and I could use it as a Shadow shiny for Great League. But yeah, that's kind of rare to ask for like a Shundo Shadow. I mean, if it had like if it had like good attack IV and like it was like 80 to 90% IVs, then maybe I'd use it. Okay, this is being transferred. Okay, cool. Alright, I'm gonna get my Meltan box up here in a moment. We're gonna see what type of luck. Let me make sure to Mega Evolve something like I said. I think I'll Mega Evolve my Steelix. I like how I didn't want to be in this area, but I found myself right back in it. Here, let's get out of this area. It kind of lags a bit. Here, I'm gonna fly over to the desert. That's my place, you know? That's where I go. That's where we hatch the eggs. Shadows can be good, yeah. They have higher attack stat, generally. Like, you could technically run, like, a zero attack IV Shadow at level 50, and I'm pretty sure it has, like, a higher attack output than, like, a hundo of that same species. That's not a Shadow. But they tend to be, it's like, I think it's like 20% more attack weighted, and then it takes that from its defenses. So typically, it could be like, it's a give and take scenario. Some Pokemon really shine as Shadow. Some are just glass cannons that maybe not necessarily that good. And then others are just like, it doesn't really do much. It just, like if they were more of a tank to begin with, it's kind of a weird mix. Yo, Max, thank you so much. I really need the luck. Alright, we're gonna get our mystery box up here. I'm pretty sure I have one that I could use. I like send stuff to home regularly, but I don't particularly pop these anymore. Oh wait, yeah, let me get my Mega Evolution like I said. We'll do Steelix. I'm thinking that's the only Steel type I have that's currently maxed out. Like I do have Scizor, but I still need to Mega Evolve this a few times. It's actually pretty close, 4 times. And then this will be maxed out. But we're just gonna do Steelix. This one's already level 3. Yeah, it's fine. We don't need Mega Gyarados anymore. Good Shadows. I mean, something like Hypno, for example, is pretty good. I guess like I'm trying to think like Mawile could be good. It's a little spicy. Shadow Marowak. I think Alone Ninetales is one that people were looking at. I honestly haven't been playing PvP when that came out though. But I imagine that one might be pretty good as a Shadow. Because you can run it as a Charm user or like Powder Snow for spam. Okay, what's this? I haven't opened my Pokemon Go in a couple days. I guess there's like a little quest line going on. Wait, was it time up? Oh wait, isn't there like a Ditto? Aren't Ditto and such spawning right now in Go? Oh wow, okay, there we go. Maybe it's like a Meltan encounter questline. I think they typically do stuff like that during these events. Does the eShop close today? I guess it's, or is it like the 23rd? Is it this weekend? What are you buying? Beldum is good. Yeah, oh yeah, Shadow Beldum is good. Shadow Metagross is good for like Master League for sure. Oh, I see. I would recommend buying Pokemon Crystal if you're into getting shiny Pokemon at relatively good odds. My reasoning being is, I hope I'm keeping track of these right. I think I'm on the right number. But in Pokemon Crystal, there's a place in the game where you can get this odd egg, and I think it's a 1 in 14 or 1 in 8 chance to hatch a shiny baby Pokemon, and it ranges from like, I think Magpie, Electakid, Happiny, Pichu, you know what I mean, like all the baby Pokemon that were introduced. And it's a legitimate shiny that you can get and transfer into home if you have it on the virtual console. And there's a way you can play through it, and you can even do like a little save glitch where you can keep getting the odd eggs and you can keep hatching them until you get shinies, or you know, you can just soft reset before it until you get at least one shiny. So I would definitely recommend buying Pokemon Crystal if you want like a Gen 2 shiny that's not Gyarados, that is actually kind of like, you know what I mean? It's like pretty easy to hunt. So definitely get Pokemon Crystal. I recommend it. I have it. I haven't played through it yet. Alright, Dan, thank you, bro. Take care, buddy. We're gonna get this Meltan box up here in a second. Sorry, I got a little distracted. Alright, there it is. Let's hatch this batch of eggs. Let's, let's hatch this batch of eggs first, and then I'll start the mystery box. I'd be hyped if we got another shiny Meltan. But yeah, thanks for tuning in today. Hope everyone's doing well. Definitely a little nervous about the tournament this weekend, but like I told myself, and I said on the stream earlier, I just want to go into this tournament and perform better than how I did in San Diego. The only way I could top Kite is if I go 7-2. Like, I have to run 7-2 to be able to go into day 2, which is super hard in a tournament like this. But I'm just kind of diving into the competitive scene after so long. And, you know, I'm learning with the best, to be honest. I mean, there's really, as long as I'm, like, comfortable, it really just comes down to making good predictions and plays against my opponents. I feel like the team I'm going to go into is good enough that it really just comes down to how I pilot the team. But yeah, it's tough, yo. But like I said, if I can make an improvements in this tournament, like, my goal is to try to top cut and, like, go on stream or something, you know, but I just want to take it one step at a time. And I would be proud of myself if I just at least do better. Because I'll feel a little bit more confident in spending my time in team building, moving into the next couple tournaments. Because I have kind of debated on potentially doing Go for one of the tournaments as well that are coming up. Like, seeing if I could just, like, top cut a Go tournament. Similar to how I did at NAIC. But actually, like, get in the top 8. Instead of just, like, barely cutting at tying for 9th place. Like, I could have just easily focused on Go this entire cycle and probably gone the top. You know, if I was doing Go in Charlotte and Go in San Diego, like, I had probably, honestly, a better chance at, like, doing top cut. But I've just, like, kind of moved away from the game competitively. And VGC is where my heart has always been. And it's definitely hard. And that kind of says a lot about my character, I feel like, is that I'd be willing to walk away from something that I've, like, built up and pretty successful in to try something that is a challenge to me. And that's really what it comes down to is, you know, as a kid, if I could do good in one of these VGC tournaments, I feel like that would just genuinely, like, mean more to childhood Sass than anything. Like, Pokemon Go is cool and fun to play on that level, but something about VGC is just, like, so much more satisfying. I feel like every loss really teaches me a lot about how to play the game better. And it's one of the reasons why I've been drawn to it this cycle. Especially being, like, Scarlet Violet, it's a new format. And arguably one of the best competitive formats in a long time. So let's get our mystery box popped here. We're going to start this while we're hatching some more Rowlet. Hopefully we get our Shiny Rowlet today, but, well, who knows? Shiny Meltan would be a nice compromise. But yeah, today we're just going to kind of chill. I was considering on doing some battles on stream today to kind of just get in the mindset of BGC. But I'm just going to chill out on this stream, and I can't really promise there's going to be any streams this weekend because I will be in Charlotte, kind of focus on the tournament. Depends on how it goes, you know. But yeah, for the most part, I'm very excited, and yeah. Definitely looking forward to sharing my experience. Okay, let's check our first Meltan here. Ooh, they added a new icon. That's cool. Alright, it's only 75 CP, so I'm just gonna use a regular Pokeball. Let's throw that. I think I have 2 more eggs, right? Yeah, I'm really hoping we get this Rowlet today. It put me in a good spirit. See, look, we already got 4 XLs from 1 catch. Like, look how much I have just stored. 500. Because sometimes I do pop them just to get Stardust. Like, honestly. I mean, it's like free resources if you have extra Pokeballs from stops. Every couple days, at least. But yeah, I wanted to save my first box for the stream. This did go live yesterday, Ooh, hold on. I didn't realize they pop so frequently. That makes sense, though. These would go a little bit more frequently during the event. I think that's actually one of the perks of this event. I think typically they don't spawn this frequently, if I remember correctly. But yeah, that's cool. Let me catch this. I'm going to actually release a batch of Rowlet just to make sending groups of 5 back and forth a lot easier. But yeah, I really appreciate people tuning in today. Hope you're all having a great week. Root for me. Wish me luck this weekend. I'm definitely going to be competing against some of the best VGC Pokemon battlers in the world. And, you know, there's a lot of content creators that are still trying to get a slot at Worlds. So, I mean, it's I don't think there's really... I think it's still a level playing field. Like, I don't want to go into it thinking, like, all these people are veterans and they're really good. Obviously, I want to not underestimate anyone. But I have to give myself credit. Like, I am a pretty good battler. You know, I'm pretty knowledgeable of Pokemon, and I've definitely performed well even just, like, chilling on my stream running memes. Like, I essentially run memes when I play the game. And I'll be out here, like, taking KOs and stuff with, like, Jigglypuff and Series B VGC. You know what I mean? Like, I made a really evil team that literally had no Paradox, and I was running a Jigglypuff with Evilite. And some of you were there for that, so you know what I'm talking about. Like, that's how I like to play the game, but this team I'm bringing isn't like that. Like, I was considering on running that team, like, legitimately. Like, I thought, like, oh, maybe there'll be, like, a little bit of an edge, bringing something people aren't prepping for. But, to be honest, I tried, like, running it in an online tournament, and my very first opponent, like, crushed me. Like, they hard predicted every play. Because it was a Perish Trap team, and, you know, if you're a really avid player, you're not going to be fooled by... You're going to see, you know, it's like, Pokemon is a chess game. If they can see what my plays are, you know, like, obviously, like, it's my job to counterplay in those scenarios. Like, if they know the obvious play, like, I have to try to do something a little bit different. That's how I'm going to win a match like that. But it's always tough when you're playing on ladder to really, or, you know, when you're playing the first round of the tournament to gauge the skill level of a player. But yeah, that's a part of being a good battler too, is like, if you lose your first match, coming back and winning 2 matches, because it happens all the time. You know, like, you could just find the information that you needed to know in that first battle, and good battlers will actually kind of slowly reveal more of their team comp and tech. Like, even though it's open sheet, it's not always completely obvious to people what you're trying to do, especially if you bring things that are not commonly used. But yeah, like, honestly, it's better to be consistent, bring a team that's a little bit more powerful, and doesn't rely 100% on RNG mechanics. Like, getting lucky on a coin flip, that's not a good situation to be in a tournament. But there was a really fun tech that I was messing around with in Showdown with Rabska, the Reller's evolution, the dung beetle thing. So, if you know what Revival Blessing is, the new move that and Palmot have, it's a move that allows you to revive a member of your team, but you can only use it once, and a lot of people pair it with this item called the Lepa Berry. And what the Lepa Berry allows is a move that gets depleted of its PP, it regenerates some PP for that move. And with this as your item, you can end up using Revival Blessing twice in a battle. But there's this very interesting interaction that I discovered when I was just playing in Showdown. I faced someone who did this to me, and I was like, kind of blown away by it, because, you know, the thing is, we're not playing open sheet a lot of times in Showdown. It's just kind of like, I see a Pokemon, and I just assume it's like Trick Room, and you know what I mean? Like, that's usually what people use with Rabska, right? But this Rabska set was Rest, Sleep Talk, Revival Blessing, and Iron Defense. And the whole point of this Rabska was, like, I was crushing this person, right? And I didn't really care what the Rabska did, because it didn't seem like it was a threat to me. And then it revived something. I was like, dang, that's annoying. But then it used Rest and started using Sleep Talk. And apparently Sleep Talk doesn't care if your move already was used and you don't have any PP for it, because if you use Sleep Talk with Rabska or Palma and you have Revival Blessing as a move, and even if it has 0 out of 1, there's a 1 out of 3 chance that you can get another Revival Blessing during those 2 turns of sleep. Like, whenever you use self-rest, self-inflicted sleep, you have guaranteed 2 turns of sleep. So you use rest and then you can use sleep talk for 2 turns. And during those 2 turns, it can either be rest, Iron Defense, or Revival Blessing that it uses. And it can actually use Revival Blessing with sleep talk. It's some weird, I don't know if it works in cart, but it works in Showdown like that. And I was like, dang, that seems like an insane strategy though, to be honest. Like for ladder, like I was gonna run some battles with a Rabska that I built in game doing that to test it out today, but I just ended up deciding to do this. But yeah, it's actually kind of insane because they end up reviving their whole team back. And I adapted it on Showdown myself, and I was playing against people, and I brought Palafin on the team, and I let my Palafin just die like super easy. And like obviously they like my opponents thought like, you know, they had it, but I saw an opportunity to bring in Rabska, and it would like, it's a bug psychic type, and you have to think of it this way, like bug resists ground type, psychic resists fighting. Like it's like a hard Great Tusk counter, for example. And you could just Terra into like a normal type or electric type. It's very interesting. Like you can kind of like guarantee you're gonna get Revival Blessing off. But it's really funny because it's just like it's a really gimmicky thing, but it was really fun because I played against someone too, and I kept bringing my Palafin back. Like they couldn't kill the Rabska because I was at +6 Iron Defense, and all they had was physical attackers on their team. So they couldn't break through it, so I just kept using Rest and Sleep Talk, and I just kept getting Revival Blessing. And no matter how many times I knocked out my Pokemon, I just kept bringing them back at half health. It is insane. Hey Jordan. I'm not actually doing any battles at the moment. I'm trying to get some shiny Meltan luck and go, and I'm trying to hatch my Rowlet in Violet. Speaking of which, I actually gotta make another sandwich after this hatch to make these egg hatches a little bit faster. But yeah, I mean, it's super gimmicky, I understand. Like, I don't think it could really work in open sheet scenario. Like, I guess the only way it could truly probably work in open sheet would be if you had like redirector or something, maybe. Potentially it could work. But like, they can see what you're doing, and it's like, I guess like they would just double into the Rabska every time. Because on a set like that, like you're not really running Protect. So you kind of either have to run like something that has like Ally Switch, which I haven't really seen much of, honestly. Like I've only seen Ally Switch maybe like 1 or 2 times in the last like month. Okay, I have a Meltan here. Let me get a picnic going. Make another egg sandwich. But yeah, I just thought that was a really fun tech, and I wanted to try it in cart and see if it works the same, because that's kind of insane if... Obviously, it's a little bit of a coin flip if you get the right move, because you could just Sleep Talk twice in a row and get Rest. Iron Defense is not a bad move to get during Sleep Talk, especially if you're facing physical attackers. But yeah, typically, you know, you want to get the Revival Blessing if you have something knocked out on your team. It's OP to get it more than like twice in a match. Like, that's insane. But yeah, like it really like got me to thinking like this Rabska or whatever. Like I had no way to break through it when my opponent faced me. Obviously, it's like really gimmicky, but it can work on the ladder because the reason why it tricked me was because it deviated the standard Rabska usage, like what it would be used for, like Trick Room Setter, offensive threat, because it has a pretty good. It definitely has good special attack. Yo, Librarian Vibes, great to see you. Welcome to the stream. I just realized the Meltan box is an hour long too. That's sick. Thanks for the lurk. Alright, let's get these eggs hatched. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was cool because I love to see Pokemon that aren't getting used like rejuvenate. Like they're like used in a way that is actually really fun to play. Because like I said, on the ladder, they can't see your moves or your Terra type. So they're not gonna, it almost guarantees you can make this tech work on the ladder, like occasionally. Like more than not, you're gonna be able to like bring it in and wall the crap out of things and just you know, continuously revive your dead teammates. And if you put on your team like Fluttermane, Golden Go, you know what I mean, like things that are just generally like really hard to take down or fast and offensively, you know, like can you deal with a team of Palafin? Like a team of 6 of Palafin? Probably not. That's what I'm saying though, is like just revive, jet punch, revive, jet punch. It's cool. It's spicy. But yeah, I actually caught a Shiny Rowlet recently. I even EV trained and gave the moveset to the Pokemon already. Like, I gave it Mental Herb. Like, you could give it Lepa Berry, but I actually was going to run Mental Herb on mine. That's what I was using when I was running it on Showdown. Because Mental Herb, if they try to... Like, the main thing that would try to... Like, a whole tech like this would be Taunt. Or, again, like, doubling into it and just being able to knock it out. But, yeah, Mental Herb allows, if they do use Taunt, that it removes the effects of Taunt. So it doesn't stop me from using setup moves. So it's pretty clutch. It can, like, force my opponent to, like, waste a turn, essentially. And then they have to, like, go for another Taunt, more than likely, right? Like, that's kind of the idea. At least Sleep Talk, like, if you can get off the rest successfully, Sleep Talk is an attacking move, so you'll be able to, like, use that. And I don't know if that stops you from using Revival Blessing. If you were taunted, I feel like it would, like, override that since you were actually using Sleep Talk. Pokemon's interesting. There's actually very unique interactions that could be, like, fun to explore in, like, competitive Pokemon. That's why I love Pokemon, you know? With abilities, the ability to even just build a species of Pokemon in a very different way. It creates possibilities, you know? A lot of diverse options. Like, you can build Garchomp as a offensive, speedy, you know, threat. You can build it more defensively. Balance, something for balance, you know? It's good. That's what makes Pokemon appealing. Anyways, let's keep these eggs getting on hatched. I think that's our last one of that batch. So 556. We're over odds. But we did start off the stream over odds. I'm hoping that maybe we were just lucky in the batch of eggs that we've currently got. We're gonna hatch through everything. Hopefully we get a Shiny Rowlet. But, you know, we're going for Shiny Meltan and Go. Also, there's an event currently going on. This isn't always a thing. So, oh, there's a... I don't know what the event spawns are, but it looks like the monkeys are back. Which do have shiny chances. I'll check that in a second. Let me get another Meltan before I go on checking on Panseer here. Oh no, Pansage. Excuse me, that's Pansage, not Seer. Duh, Seer is literally fire. It's in the name. Alright, let's get this Meltan and check the shiny Pansage. Or see if we get a shiny. I'm pretty sure I have all the monkeys from GoFest over the summer. We actually went to Seattle, me and my girlfriend. Alright, so 557. I'm just gonna get rid of that. Let's check this Pansage in a second. Alright, no shiny. It's fine. But yeah, as you can see, we get a lot of XL candy from Meltan. So if you need something good in the game at level 50, if you by chance get like a hundo, definitely power up Melmetal. It's pretty good for like rocket stuff. And I mean, I don't know if you're into playing Go Battle League, but you can definitely use it in Master League. It's usually a pretty good like budget pick. Okay, got another egg hatch here. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this weekend. A little nervous. I don't think I've really ever been to Charlotte. I might have driven through it as a kid with my family, because I do have family that live down in, like I grew up in Pennsylvania, but I have family that lives down in Alabama. And I remember going to like Orlando for like Universal and such as a kid. But I don't think I've ever really been in Charlotte like that. So this will be my first time really being in the city. Most of it's obviously going to be at the convention center this weekend. But we'll see what happens, you know. Flying solo. Don't even really have plans to meet up with anyone there. I'm just kind of like going. To compete, of course. I'm sure I'll see people I know. I mean, there's a lot of people I know in the Pokemon Go community alone. You know? So I'm sure I'll see people I know. I just wasn't really like... That wasn't, you know what I mean? That's just like, that's gonna inevitably happen when I'm out there. The social aspect. I'm hoping to meet some new people who are like, I can maybe scrim against for practice for VGC 561. That's something that I've been trying to build up my contacts of. Other battlers. You know? Okay, we got another batch of eggs going. Thank you for tuning in. Just trying our luck. Trying our luck for the shinies. Okay. Alright, we got another Meltan. No shiny, it looks like. I don't really need candies for it, but I just wanted to demonstrate. Yeah, if you... I mean, obviously, like, it's going to be slightly different because I have a level 3 metal boost for my Mega Evolution going on. But yeah, every catch should be guaranteed. Wow, that was actually almost, like, perfect. See that? Almost perfect one there. Not that I need another one, but if I did get a second perfect, I would build two. Just for raids or something. I don't know, it'd be fun. Why not? Have an army of like level 50. It may be a waste of resources. Like in regards to Stardust, because there's so many things I actually need to power up still. If you're new here, I'm a spice lord when it comes to playing in Go Battle League and Pokemon Go. I just have not been competing the last couple seasons of Go Battle League, and I've taken kind of just like a hiatus from playing the game that serious in general. But I think it's realistic that I might, down the line, start making more Go Battle League content again, trying to push the leaderboard. There was a point where I was like, one season I hit number 10 in the world. That's pretty much like where I was at. And like I said earlier in the stream, even during Go's first cycle, I competed in one major tournament. It was an international at NAIC in Ohio. And I tied for ninth place. Like I almost got into the day 2 in Pokemon Go. I didn't get the shiny yet, no. And it was cool because I was running a team that was a little, not like, it still had some meta. I was running Trevenant Welrin Core, but I was running a Dedenne on my team, and I made sure I had no XL Pokemon on my team. And I definitely made sure not to run Sableye. That was like one of the things I made sure to do, because I wanted to like build a budget team kind of to show that you can kind of compete in these tournaments without running, you know, Sableye and Lickitung and, you know, all those like really beefy XL Pokemon like Medicham, Azumarill, Bastiodon. That was just like the whole point, and I tied for 9th place. Isn't that insane? And you know, the thing is, it was really like a coin flip whenever I didn't win. I was 1-1 against my opponent, and he made a great adjustment for the game for his backline. So it kind of caught me off guard with that alone, but I still could have pulled off the win if I just made a better like decision making on my charge moves. When I had like this matchup against like Trevenant versus Stunfisk, instead of just baiting with the Seed Bomb, I kept going for straight Shadow Balls because that is like the better play there, since Galarian Stunfisk is Steel Ground. Like the Shadow Ball ends up doing more damage, but he ended up double shielding it, and it honestly like kind of cost me the game. It was pretty cool though, you know, he made a really great play and adjustment, like I said. Like I thought I still had it in the bag, but like he adjusted his backline, and I wasn't really predicting that he would make the adjustment because I had a Pokemon on my team, I think it was Scrafty, that I could have brought, and if I would have just brought that game, the last game, I think that's what it was. I can't remember exactly, to be honest, but regardless, it was just like very possible that I could have top cut that tournament. And that was one of the sweatiest tournaments at the time when it occurred. It was like July of 2022. But I didn't do any Go during this current cycle of Worlds. I've been focusing on VGC and Scarlet Violet when I go, which like I said, that's a big learning curve. Not because like I don't know VGC, I do know VGC. It's just I'm not as like versed as some of the people that actually compete in these tournaments. Like some people have been playing for like 10 plus years, like legitimately been going to regional tournaments since the DS era. And you know, I think it's still a level playing field. Well, it depends on the Pokemon. Like XL Sableye is like super good in Pokemon in like Great League. Like the reason why, like generally for like Great League and like Ultra League, sorry I got a little sidetracked here, but I'll explain this like concept. IVs in Pokemon Go are very strange because PvP was an afterthought, and they decided to make like PvP based on CP. And CP in Pokemon Go, there's 3 stats: HP, attack, defense, right? So the way CP is generated is through these 3 like stats, and the thing that contributes the most to a CP number is actually attack. So the reason why this is good for, if you maybe have seen for like Great League and Ultra League, a lot of times people be like, yo, get a low attack Pokemon with high defense and high HP, because these will be good for competitive Great League or Ultra League. So the reasoning why that is the case, think of it as like a visual that IVs are represented by these circles, okay? So HP and defense are these little circles like baseballs, and attack is like a beach ball. So if you're trying to fill up like a big bucket, and you want to get the most amount of balls in the bucket, you want to like put in more HP and defense than attack. Because if you have more attack in there, there'll actually be less balls overall, meaning that you'll have like a weaker stat product overall. So the way like this like translates into actual battle, so you're essentially building bulkier Pokemon for these leagues, and since they end up living attacks more, they overall do more DPS a lot of times. Like being able to survive an extra charge move from a Pokemon because you have more HP and defense allows you to get to another charge move yourself, which consequently might be the thing that flips the match, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of like nuance behind it too. Like obviously like anyone who is a battler might be sitting there like, well, not every Pokemon that is in these leagues needs to have low attack, blah blah blah. Yeah, there's a lot of nuance to it. But XL Pokemon, typically if you're going XL, that means that you're going above level 40 threshold, which already entails probably that, you know, you're going low attack. Because to be able to, like, you know, it's confusing. I'm confusing myself in a way. But it's not that confusing, honestly. It's just a weird system that is, like, probably not good, realistically. But it's what people live by, you know? And so in a battle, the way, like, if you have 2 Pokemon that are exactly the same, so you know how, like, most people, like I just said, you might want to go for, like, ideally like a 0 attack IV and then like 15-15. Like that's a very generic IV spread for Go Battle League, for Great League. But say you're in a mirror match against someone who's running the exact same species Pokemon as you, who would go first if you both throw a charge move? Because you're obviously going to get to the charge move at the exact same time, right? So what I'm trying to say is, in this scenario, what happens is actually the Pokemon has a higher attack stat goes first. So there is a little bit of nuance to it. Like, you don't always want 0 attack IV, because if you are in a direct mirror match, you can lose the mirror match. Because if they have 1 attack invested even, and you only have 0, they will always go first in the mirror match, which forces you to kind of like make the hard decision, like, do I shield, do I don't shield, are they baiting me, are they not baiting me? And they have an easier time to decide if, like, if they got a shield from you with a rock slide, then it's like they're like, okay, I'm gonna shield because I can get to the earthquake now for sure. There's a lot of layers to it. Like, I'm thinking of like a Stunfisk matchup, for example. Like if you were 2 Stunfisks, which is a very common matchup, I suppose, in Go Battle League. But anyways, yeah, let's enough of that. It's easier to explain with visuals, to be honest. I probably should do that some other time. It's not the focus of our stream, but... So I guess like what I could be getting at here is if you are doing a Meltan box, for example, if you have any that you catch that have like 0 attack IVs, and they have high like defense and HP, that could potentially be an Ultra League or Great League Melmetal that you could evolve and use. So yeah, keep that in mind if you're doing these boxes and you care at all about like doing any Go Battle League. Or if you're like just, I mean, if you're a battler, you probably don't need me to tell you any of this stuff. You're way ahead of me. You know what I mean? But yeah, I have a Great League Melmetal, I have an Ultra League Melmetal, and I have a Master League Melmetal. Like I already have all these built in game. So yeah. But it's like, you know, why not? Like if you're gonna be catching so many of them, why not aim to get them all? I've used them all, like throughout my time playing, because like I said, I was very much into playing Go Battle League. I used to play it daily, I used to do all my sets every day. And I definitely use a lot of these Pokemon. Like Melmetal is definitely a Pokemon that I recommend for people that are getting into it for the first time, because it is a budget build. Like I said earlier, you can get XL Candy relatively fast with this Pokemon. But in general, like even though it takes 400 to evolve it, you can still get the candy you need just for how accessible the box is. Oh yeah, an extra small one. Good point. That is a new feature in the game. So I never really thought about it. Like I never really looked at my old inventory, but did they retroactively change the size of your Pokemon then? Like, is it possible to have some already that were already considered? Because technically, it's just connected to the weight and height of the Pokemon, right? I never really looked into it like that. Maybe I have one. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, I see. Aw, that is kind of sad. Alright. Oh wait, I didn't even check this. Let me see what its IVs are. Alright, yeah, let's get rid of this Meltan. It is nice that the Meltan spawn very frequent though, so definitely a good chance at getting a shiny. I mean, I have about a half hour left on my box. I see, Anthony. Thanks for letting me know. I actually had no idea. Alright. So let's see. Meltan. Is it shiny? Doesn't look like it. Let's get more eggs hatched for Rowlet. I really hope we get the Rowlet shiny. That would make my day. I'm gonna have to really spend tonight grinding for the tournament. I'm really hoping that I make the right decision and all the right decisions during the tournament, because it's not gonna be easy. But I like that I have options, you know, like I want to have a challenge for myself. That's typically how I like to play video games. Like if I'm gonna spend time with a hobby, I don't want to just like you know, shiny hunting is great. Like this whole experience of me shiny hunting on the channel and stuff, this is what this is all about here. You know, just chilling out, hanging out, enjoying Pokemon, nerding out about it. I still get into the nitty gritty of competitive Pokemon here, even though I'm not like always playing actively. But yeah, it's like just kind of like a good positive outlet for my nerdiness. Alright, 579. I want to try to be better at like making some more spice teams for competitive, like Scarlet and Violet. Got a little caught up in like, I don't know. Just got a little caught up in playing off stream more than on stream. Hey Addo, great to see you, how's it going? Hopefully today is the day. But yeah, honestly, I've been going back and forth. Like, I've been so stressed about this tournament, but I think if I do better than my run in San Diego, I'll feel pretty good about it. You had a big paperwork day. Alright, we got another Meltan here, let's check it out. No luck yet on a shiny. There's a good chance I'll be in North Carolina. Actually, yeah, I should be in North Carolina when I have my next chance to do a mystery box, so that's kind of cool. Maybe I'll get one when I'm over there. I am considering on potentially doing a mobile stream tomorrow when I go to Las Vegas. I have a 5-hour layover. Like, I might chill and, like... I don't know, maybe I'll do some, like, airport raids, or, like, pop an incense there, or, like... Who knows, to be honest. Who really knows? Okay. Did we hatch all the eggs here? Yeah, we did. We gotta get another batch. But thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everyone's having a great week. Trying to get better at... You know, I had a lot of time to prep for this tournament, but, like, it's tough to, like, team build in Scarlet Violet, I feel like. Like, I feel like I want to count for everything, but it's not really possible. Like, you kind of just have to, like, have matchups that are going to be tough, but they are winnable, but, like, they are just going to be tough matchups, and you just have to, like, practice those type of matchups. You know, because it's still, like... You can't like read someone's mind, right? But I'm excited overall. I do feel like I'll do better. I'm gonna manifest them in a like top cut this tournament. Like it is possible, you know? It's like anyone's playing field. I'm not sure what the context of that is, but hey, you know, interesting. Gonna get another egg hatch here to find out if we get the Shiny Rowlet. Please. It'd be kind of cool to do some mobile Pokemon Go streams while I'm in North Carolina, because I can't really stream otherwise. Like I don't have a laptop that I can bring with me. I don't know, maybe I'll do something like that. I haven't really done a mobile stream in a minute. A couple months, probably. 583. Come on, come on, come on. Alright. Here we got Meltan. Still no luck, unfortunately. Let's throw a Pokeball here. It's all good, Ada, like, no sweat, like, no pressure at all. You know, I don't expect you to make a 8-hour round trip journey just to, like, stand outside of a convention center. And you're, you know what I mean? No one expects that. I'm sure there'll be other opportunities. You know, I occasionally travel for these type of events. There's a good chance I might go out to NAIC again in Columbus later this summer. Because I do have family that lives in Lakewood, and I have family in like near Pittsburgh. Like I might be able to like make a trip out of it. So that's one that I think I probably will compete in. That's an international, it's not technically regional. Fresno for sure I'm going to compete in. I don't know if I'm doing Go or VGC there yet. It really kind of comes down to how this tournament goes for me. And there is a slight chance I might sign up for Portland too. I honestly should have been paying attention to it. I don't even know if like signups went live for that or anything. I feel like they haven't yet, but I should pay attention to it. I will, like, that's a place that my girl likes too, so we might like make a little trip out of it. They might, like, I don't know. Are you home already, Ada? By chance? Like, if you're home, do you mind giving me a level 3 egg boost? Yo. That would be sick. It would make these eggs hatch a lot faster. That'd be clutch. Well, let me get this. Actually, I'm gonna run from the Meltan. It's not a shiny. In case I, like, have one here that's a shiny. Okay, that wasn't a shiny either. At least I'll be getting a lot of Pokestops. I'm still not level 50 in Go yet. So getting a lot of new Pokestops will actually be a lot of like free EXP when I'm out on my trip. I always like, I don't know, the thing about Pokemon Go that's fun is just traveling. Like playing it while you're traveling. I find it to be cool in that regard, you know? Oh wow. It is actually been raining pretty hard here recently. The weather just switched over in game. It's been insane in Southern California. I'm not really sure what that is, but like, we'll see, you know? We'll see what's up when I'm out there. Oh no, not next to these. They're gonna come over here. Okay, 287. Alright, I'll be there in a second, Ada. Let me just hatch this batch. Dang it. All these Rufflet are just so aggressive. Alright. Oh no! Oh, I almost ran into it. Alright, let's get away from them. It's close to where I'll be. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll see how it all goes. You know, Saturday I'm probably going to be at the tournament, like, majority of the day. It's going to be an interesting experience, to be sure. For sure. And I fly out Monday, so I think Monday's stream will be affected by this too, unless I do like a airport stream as well. Like I do like a pseudo airport stream. I've been trying to be more consistent with my streams. 590. Dang, this Rowlet really does not want to be a shiny. Alright, after I get this last hatch, I'll be over there in a second. Come on. Okay, we got a Meltan here. It's no shine. Let's catch it. The NASCAR museum has a simulator? Is it like a driving simulator? I mean, I assume so, right? Alright, Ada. I'm coming over in a second. Let me just throw these Rowlet. Let me save. And let me go online. I have about 20 minutes left in my first Meltan box of the event. That seems cool. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like that would still be a cool experience regardless of if I was into racing or not. Alright, got another Meltan here. Alright. Let me find that code real quick. I really appreciate this, as usual. Let me connect. Alright, awesome. Alright, Ada, thank you. Come on, I really hope we get at least like a shiny Meltan today. Come on. Alright, no shiny, unfortunately. Let's just fly to Medali West. Medali West. Medali West. This area is just not good for picnics. There you are. Let me follow you. Alright, we found another Meltan. It is 420 Meltan. That would have been great to be a shiny. Alright, let's host a picnic. We're gonna make a Sammy together. Ooh, I like the change here. Okay, we got a Meltan. Yeah, look how much XL candy we got just from this box. Like, we almost got, like, enough. Like, we got, like, over 200, it feels like, at least. Like, that's insane. Maybe that's not the right number, but we definitely got a lot more than I already had. I can hear the rain coming down outside. It's actually kind of intense. I'll catch that Grimer in a moment. I hope my girl's okay. She went to some Lana Del Rey hearing thing in Hollywood. I think it's like a pre-release of a song or something. Alright. Got our Meltan. Thanks, Ad. I really appreciate it. Super clutch. It looks great, yo. It looks good. So I actually got a shiny Tandem Mouse this morning. I was hunting for it near the Pokemon League. I actually clipped it, but like legitimately, I could not tell it was shiny. Like I was doing, like you have to pretty much do the Let's Go feature when you're shiny hunting that Pokemon. Like there's no way I would have known. Like I even ran past it, but I realized like my Pokemon that I was using for the Let's Go, it wasn't knocking it out, and I was like, wait a second. It didn't knock it out. Is that actually the shiny? And then it was. I was like, oh my gosh. That's crazy. I'm not sure yet. She played a little bit. She played a little bit. She didn't even really do like the first quest line fully yet. Now the koala would be one that would be kind of like Komala, or whatever it's called. That's one that's I'm not gonna be able to tell unless I do the Let's Go also. I'm just gonna check random normal type Pokemon around here while I'm like hatching eggs. Since this boost does give us a level 3 sparkling power for our normal types, it doesn't give us an encounter power, but it's whatever. I mean, even if we just found a random shiny, that'd be sick. She did pick the mage one. The one that turned into the black mage. Is it Conjurer? I don't remember. Or Tharder Mage or whatever it's called. Yeah. Alright. She just didn't finish. Oh yeah, Sombra, what is up yet? I mean, I can't speak. Sombra, welcome to the stream. By any chance, Sombra, are you available to do any best of 3 later tonight? Like maybe like a round of scrim. Like it doesn't even matter what you run. I just need practice. I think I found the team I'm gonna run. But yeah. I'm flying out tomorrow afternoon. I'm still kind of nervous. I mean, I could technically still do scrims tomorrow morning and stuff. I understand. It is kind of like last minute for me to ask. Anyways. Alright, let's get this hatched. Yeah, shout out to Sombra, the homie here on Twitch. Alright, let me get this Grimer. It's just kind of griming up the spot. Okay. I'm gonna check the Kamalas. Alright, we got another egg hatching here. Got a Meltan as well. Does not look like a shiny. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit my mic. Oops. I have one more egg in this batch. Let's get it hatched. Alright, 596. Come on, be a shiny. The new Pokemon game Shining, try where you can Dynamax, Mega Evolve, and use the Z move at the same time. What's that? Is that like a fan-made game? Dino Boy? That sounds like straight chaos. Alright, let's get another batch of eggs. What am I doing? Let's put these Rowlet away. I still need to evolve Meltan to Mouse. I want to see what it evolves into. I don't know how fast it evolves, to be honest. Alright, I don't actually have a full box of eggs. It seems. Oh yeah, we're gonna get through all these. It's a joke. Oh, okay, okay. That would be crazy, imagine. How, like, broken the battles would be. Like, Terra... Like, if you could do multiple things, like Z, Mega... I mean, I guess you couldn't technically do that, because of item limitation. I guess Mega Rayquaza could. Technically. I got another Meltan here. It's not shiny, though. Maybe my shiny is waiting for me in Charlotte. We'll see. But yeah, like, Pokemon, like, if you catch some that are like these IVs, I would maybe consider keeping them. Just to check them. If you don't have, like, Great League or Ultra League ones built yet. Keep them until you get your better ranked one. There are IV calculators for battles. For like Great League and Ultra League, if you're looking for specific, like to see like what your Pokemon is ranked in that league with your IV spreads, you can do that online, or you can get like an app like Calc IV. What's the other one? I can't remember that off the top of my head. It's been a minute. No, I'm just like, I mean. I guess technically we could Union Circle. But I have like a level 3 boost, I'm just trying to take advantage of it. I mean, I guess technically it wouldn't make sense to do it, because I'm getting the sandwich boosts from someone and then we disconnect the Union Room. How about this? The next Union Room we make... Oh wait, that wouldn't make sense either. I really can't spend a lot of time streaming today. Like, I wanted to try to get through my eggs because I am traveling tomorrow for the regional in Charlotte for Scarlet Violet. So I don't really want to spend too much time just like I kind of want to just like shiny hunt and head off, because I gotta still like put in a lot of scrims today for my tournament. So I'm gonna just hatch all these eggs. I'm gonna focus on just hatching the Rowlet eggs. That's kind of like the main part of the stream. I hope we do get a shiny Meltan. We have about 10 minutes left for that. But yeah, I'm just gonna focus on hatching the Rowlet eggs today, since I am traveling this weekend. And I have like a lot of stuff I gotta kind of like prep for still. So I want to try to just get these hatched. And then we'll just move on. Hopefully we get lucky. I mean, if we hatch a shiny Rowlet, then I'll definitely do a Union Room today. For a little bit. Because that would entail that I hatched it before I thought it was going to be done. Type of situation. If that makes sense. But yeah. I don't really have time to like hang out like that, I guess. I want to get the shiny Rowlet, so I'm in a good... Like, I hope I don't... Like, I like to like finish these like leftover... What do they call it? Like strings or... I don't know if that makes sense. Not that it affects the competitive aspect of the game at all, but it would feel good to like get the shiny, kind of be done with that, and then when I come back next week to streaming again, like Scarlet Violet, my shiny hunting, I can kind of just like resume something new, like do a new hunt. Yeah, exactly. I appreciate that, homie. That's really nice of you. I am definitely gonna try my best. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm a little nervous. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm a little nervous. That's kind of like why I'm being a little strict about my time today, because I don't even know, like, I'm trying to, you know, spend a lot of today when I get off stream screaming on Pokemon Showdown, tweaking little final decisions, but I'll have a lot of time during my traveling to think about my team as well. I won't be able to necessarily practice or play while I'm on my flight, but I will be able to just kind of like take what I do tonight and like really think about. Like, I'm already kind of like 4 out of 6 of my Pokemon, I'm like almost confident they're going to be on my team. Some of the moves, I'm like not sure if they're 100% the moves I'm going to run on them. But in Terra types too, I'm like still like up near about some of the Terra types of the Pokemon on my team. But I think the key here is to just kind of like pick something today. Like, I'm already like kind of like waiting last minute here, but I just have to pick it and get comfortable. Like, I'm gonna just put in the hours, the reps today. I'm gonna be playing a lot of in-game battles. I'm gonna be doing a lot of Showdown, but this won't be on stream. Like, that's gonna be how my night is spent. So, have a Modelo. Yeah, I'll chill out tonight. Like, you know, after my stream, I'll get packed, so I'll be ready for tomorrow afternoon. And I don't leave until like 5 p.m. So my flight leaves Burbank. I'm actually leaving out of Burbank. So I'll be leaving out of Burbank around like 5 p.m. I have a 5-hour layover. So my first flight's only gonna be like an hour or like so. Then I have like a layover in Las Vegas. And I was thinking about doing a stream, potentially, like a Pokemon Go mobile stream while I'm in the airport tomorrow night while I do that. It's hard to say if I will or not, because my next, like my trip is actually kind of stressful. It's not actually, okay, I'm not trying to be melodramatic here. It's actually not stressful. It's just, it requires a lot out of me because the way everything lines up with my flight. So my flight goes, like, you know, I have that 5-hour layover. I'll probably just drink a beer, chill out, whatever, you know, strategize as well while I'm in the airport, chilling out. But, I won't be in Charlotte until 6 a.m. the next day, on Friday. So registration and stuff is Friday. The tournament isn't until Saturday, so it's fine, you know. But my Airbnb check-in's not until 3 p.m. So I'm gonna be in Charlotte at like 6 or 7 in the morning at the latest, probably. And I'm gonna have to find stuff to do. I was like, I'm gonna think of it this way too. Like, I'm leaving at 5 p.m. the day prior. So I'm gonna have to like sleep on the plane or something, or sleep in the airport after. My whole sleep schedule is gonna be all kinds of messed up going into this tournament. So it's one of the things that I'm kind of stressed out about, I'm not gonna lie, is that maybe I'll just be all kinds of messed up from like jet lag and stuff. But again, I'll just get some coffee. I'll just make sure, regardless of what happens, I get up early Saturday, I get some coffee in me, and I just like make sure I eat a well-balanced meal throughout the day too. Because they probably will have like a little intermission for battlers. But yeah, it's gonna be kind of like, it's a good deal. Like, my trip is actually, I got a good deal for it. It's just that like, there's like this really weird amount of, like almost like 19-hour period of time that I have to like just kill. Like, and obviously there's gonna be a point where I can like go to the venue and, you know, get my registration stuff situated, get checked in for the tournament, you know, maybe look at some of the merch. I think they usually have merch stuff up early. I don't remember 100%. But yeah, like I'm just worried that like I might go into the tournament like feeling insane because of my traveling schedule. But yeah, I'm not gonna overthink it. Like, I feel like this is not gonna do me any good. Like, I just want to throw it out there and I just like can't talk about it, but it's not that big of a deal. It's a little exciting too, you know, like I'll probably get my adrenaline rushing and such, so I'm sure the day of the tournament I won't even be thinking about my sleep schedule the night of, realistically. I'll be like high off caffeine and, you know, I'll just be so focused on what's coming next. Yeah. I think it would be fun regardless. I was thinking about trying to vlog the experience and post like a little vlog to my daily Sassifrass channel. You know, trying to get some cool footage of the tournament and such, and maybe just talk about my experience briefly. I'll probably do like a team review on my VGC channel, at least. But yeah, I haven't publicized what I'm running in this tournament at all. For, you know, not that, like, it matters. You know, I'm sure there's no one, like, sniping me. Like, realistically. But, you know, it's more just, like, I want to keep it to myself for now. I just like that better. This is, I think, one of the final Series B regionals, like, major tournaments. Yeah, exactly. But, yeah, I mean, like, I understand where you're coming from. You know, a lot of times for these tournaments, they do have, like, you can still get spectator passes the day of the events and such. I think there's ways to still get in, even if they sell out online. But, like, at the same time, like, don't feel like you need to do that. Like, there's been a few times in the past we almost crossed paths due to, like, events in Pokemon Go or, like, some type of traveling thing. So I'd say, you know, there's always a chance in the future that something like that occurs. And it might be, like, more accessible for you. Or worth your time. Does anyone want to join Dino Boy's Union Room? But yeah, I mean, for the most part, I'm confident, but at the same time, I feel like I spent so much time just, I don't want to say like messing around with like things. Like I did, even though I spent a lot of time building meme teams and like playing them, I still played against a lot of the very common cores of the meta and such. So it's like, I feel like I'm not like necessarily, it's more about piloting a team, is getting better at like feeling comfortable with the team I'm going to use. Like, I'm pretty familiar with what people are probably going to be doing in this type of tournament. But even with that being said, I think it's possible, you know, people are going to make some adaptations for a tournament like this. I mean, that's usually how they go. You know, like, that's one of the power plays of making a good team, is trying to make some type of adaptation. But yeah, for the most part, kind of excited. Alright, we got 2 more eggs in this batch. Let's go. I'm just checking these tandem outs too. Who knows? You know? Who knows, you know? Okay, we got another egg here. 615, no luck. Kind of crazy that we haven't been able to get this. It feels like all the starters for me have been way over odds. I mean, this isn't way over odds, but you know. Alright, let's go. Is this the right? Am I tracking the number right? Let me see how many I had hatched here. Gosh. Oh yeah, I am. Okay. Let's get another batch of eggs here. Keep on. Keeping on. Just checking to see like if we spawn any random shinies as well. You never know. And I have no more time left on my Meltan box, so we didn't get a shiny Meltan today. I'll try again when I'm in Charlotte. Because I think it's every 3 days that you can... Wait. You know what? If I send a poke... I mean, you can only pop it once a day, but I just thought about it, like... I think technically if I send a Pokemon to Pokemon Home, I could get another Meltan box that I could use tomorrow. Because technically... I didn't send in anything to get that box that I had already. It's every 2 right now. Alright, cool. Thanks for letting me know. That's good. Maybe tomorrow, if I can get a box, I'll just do it tomorrow. When I'm in the airport. Maybe I'll do like a stream, like an hour stream on my layover and try my luck for a shiny Meltan. Drink a beer. Walk around Las Vegas airport. There should still be some raids active and such at that time when I'm there. Okay. It might be 3. I don't know. But like I didn't, like I said, like I didn't send in, like I had that box waiting in my inventory, so I feel like because I didn't actually send in something to get the box, that maybe I can't actually do it tomorrow too. I'll see though. Unless it's like you can only open it every couple of days. I don't remember if that's how it worked. Maybe that's how it works. I can't, maybe so. I don't remember. Regardless, sometime this weekend. Yeah, I'm not gonna join the union room, homie, sorry. Not right now. But if anyone else wants to, they're more than welcome to. Alright, so, no luck. Let me see how many more eggs I have left in my boxes. Just to get an idea how much we have left to hatch on the stream. Okay, we have a decent amount, so... I think I'll pop an incense here and go. We'll see if we get lucky with anything. Alright, 621. No luck. Alright, we should be able to get another batch of eggs actually, let me do that. Okay, I'm gonna grab these from the back. These were some of our final eggs that I got. Will they be lucky? Where's my first incense spawn? Why is it taking so long? What are you trying to do in the union room right now, Dino boy? You just trying to like hang out with people and do raids and stuff? Okay. Where's my first spawn? It's very interesting. Stand there, eh? Huh. Alright, 622. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm pretty sure we've hatched at least 100 eggs today already. Okay. Where's my first spawn? Are incense broken or something? Like, what's going on? It's not the rock Pokemon. You want a shiny hunt in raid? Ah, I see. Yeah, if I was down, if I was like more into doing that, like obviously like that would be fun. I'll do another stream like that. That was fun when we did that. Alright, I got my first incense spawn. It is a time pull. Okay. Should have 2 more eggs here. Okay. Let's transfer that. Let's get this little rock and roller. 625, no luck. Yeah, we have 1 more egg here. Then we'll get another batch. Will it be shiny? Alright, no luck from that batch of eggs. Let's continue on. Dang. Alright, I'm gonna just pull a random group of eggs. Yeah, I feel you. I don't think like there's really anyone here that wants to join the union room right now. Like I said, I'm kind of focused on just hatching all these eggs and then... Like obviously like the main reason why I don't want to do it is just because I'm getting union room boosts from Ada. So in like 9 minutes I'll probably get another boost anyways, and it's like I can't really even do the union room. I can't do any of the things you're trying to do. Like shiny hunt and raid. So that's the only downside. Otherwise, like, if I was just hatching eggs and I, like, didn't really care, because I, like, didn't have a tournament I was flying to this weekend, I'd probably just hatch my eggs in your union room. And I would just make my own peanut butter sandwich or whatever. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Because it will make it so I can get the stream, like, hatch these a lot faster and focus on prepping more for my tournament. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm sure this caffeine is not going to help me while I'm streaming, but I'll probably go back to this thought process slightly of how I'm a little nervous about the tournament. But that's natural. But I don't want to be like... I want to be comfortable about my different routes to how I would play a match. Like, making something on paper is one thing, but it's more about, like, getting into the routine of, like, playing through the matches and actually, like, seeing how, in practice, how things actually work out. Alright, let's see. No shiny. Yeah, I probably will, Sombra, for sure. I appreciate that, for sure. Like, when I get back, I'm down to do some more community union room hunts and stuff. Like, why not? I need to raid anyways, and that'd be a great way to get some more resources. But yeah, it's gonna be just kind of hectic over the weekend. I might be able to go live on Twitch or something and play, like, mobile streams. You know, I mean, I could probably go live on YouTube. I don't know. I haven't really decided. But my point is, I could touch base even while I'm traveling, but I'm gonna be pretty much trying to focus on the tournament. It's crazy how much time has been flying by. I don't know if it's just like a part of getting older, but yeah. Like, I don't want to, like I'm trying to, like, play my team out in a way where I feel like the Pokemon are good, and I feel like the EV spreads are relatively, like, where they need to be. I'm just trying to discover if I need to, like, adjust any of my EV spreads for any of the Pokemon, or, like, even, like, maybe even potentially change out something on my team if it's not, like, synergizing as good against, like, something that's common. Or, potentially just, like, the moves that it has. Like, I don't know if I already said that, but, like, maybe there's, like, a move I'm running that I'm like, I'd never click this move. Or, like, I wish I had this other move at times, or something. Like, I want to figure that all out, like, tonight. And, like, the team I'm working on isn't, like, I didn't just make it. But it's, like, it still doesn't feel like it's in 100% the spot it needs to be. But I also might think that's, like, me overthinking everything. Like, I originally was going to go into this tournament running 0 Paradox Pokemon, but yeah, I definitely threw that out the window. I'm running Paradox Pokemon on my team for sure. I just feel like they're too powerful to pass up. Like, you know? Alright, I got a Magikarp here, let's see. Is it shiny? Nah.
I don't know.
Yo!
And she...
Sombra. I mean, Ada, thank you for that gift sub to Sombra. That was really generous of you. I really appreciate that. Shout out to that. Thank you for the support. Alright, let's go. Yeah, Sombra, I really appreciate you being here. Maybe one of these days, like, I don't know. Maybe when I'm, like, not so absorbed into one game, like, I can kind of try to play some Go again, some Unite on my stream. Yeah, that was really clutch. Thank you. Alright. Thanks again for tuning into the stream today, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely really appreciate the support. 636. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll do another Final Fantasy 14 stream now that my girl is, like, maybe potentially picked it up. I pretty much stopped at Heaven's Ward. I still think it's a great game. It just, you know, obviously I got sidetracked. It was fun watching her play through a little bit of the beginning tutorial and such. Alright. Just getting more eggs. Just trying to check some of these normal. Let me see how much time I have left on this. 3 minutes. Alright, Ada, if you're ready in like 3 minutes to do Union Room for the boost, that'd be sick. I appreciate the no spoilers. Alright. Yeah, for the most part, we're just kind of chilling. We didn't have any luck with our Meltan box getting a shiny. It's okay. I mean, it's like a 1 in 64 chance, and I'm sure we'll have better luck this weekend. And again, I already have shiny Meltan. I'm just trying to get extras at this point. Heaven's Ward was your favorite. I'll try to cherish it. Alright, let's go. 6:37. Please. Goodness gracious, this has been a hunt. Alright, 6:38. This is the best song in the game, for sure. Come on, please. I really hope we hatch it today. Interesting. Do you know how Ash never ages? People say he is in a coma. What if there are different Ashes since the universe got split? Because why would Ash look different if he is the same Ash? You mean like how in the Alolan version, it's like a different stylistic choice for the animation? I mean, to be honest, it's possible. I mean, I feel like they've already kind of like said that there's like an alternate like timeline for Mega Evolution and no Mega Evolution. And there is a theory that potentially Paradox Pokemon are Pokemon from a different dimension. Like they're not necessarily fake or imagined, but they're just from a different timeline. Like that Magneton, for example, Sandy Shocks, is actually what Magneton is like in that world or dimension that it's from. Because I think they already hint that there are, like, it's like multi-dimensional, the timeline for Pokemon. Yeah. I mean, there's already like a lot of like time, like you said, Palkia, Dialga, they're like time, like space and time oriented Pokemon. And even this game seems to kind of be, you know, I feel like it's like a red herring about being past and future forms, and it's actually just different dimensions. But that's just speculation on my end. I don't 100% really know. Okay, we got a Panpour here. What do you think? Dude, does that seem like it would make sense to you? I'm gonna hatch this batch of eggs real quick, Ada, and then I'm down to do the Union Room. Yeah, and there's also a theory that like Ash dies in the first like episode, and that like when he saw Ho-Oh, it granted him the wish that, you know, I think whenever you see Ho-Oh in lore, it grants you a wish that you want. And Ash's wish was to be a Pokemon champion, right? So, there was like a theory that he stays young all this time because he never became champion. So he was just like this 10-year-old forever. And maybe because he actually did win recently, that is true. Who knows? Maybe he is dead. I don't know. There's a lot of like interesting fan theories for Pokemon, that's for sure. Well, technically, it did end, right? Like, Like, he became champion recently, and it is ending. Like, his journey is technically, quote-unquote, ending. So I don't know. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't really watch the anime that closely. But I do know about how they're, like, rebranding the series with a new lead character with the Scarlet Violet release. I mean, there are actually a lot of morbid aspects to Pokemon that are just in the games already. Remember the ghost girl? Is it X and Y? There's like a ghost girl that just shows up and says like, you're not the one. And there's never been any context of why that happens. There's like very interesting things, especially like in the older games. Okay, that was actually 6:45. All right, Ada, are you down to make the union room? I have one more egg here. But yeah, for real, it's like very interesting. I'm not sure where you watch it at. Dude, is it on Crunchyroll or something? I have no clue, to be honest. I've only seen Sun and Moon on Netflix as well. And that's what I have. Alright, Ada, you down to give me a boost? Alright, let's get rid of these while we're killing some time. I'll grab another batch. They have them all on Netflix? Or they had them? I don't remember. I think they have Indigo for sure. It's very nostalgic to try to rewatch that show. The dubbing is very interesting at times. Alright. I'm ready when you are, Ada. I don't think it's a shiny. Thank you very much. Let me go over to the Poke Portal. So she's giving me level 3 sandwich boost, which require Herba Mystica. But since she can just soft reset, she uses the Herba Mystica and then saves them. So it gives me, you know, faster egg hatches without her having to waste, or me to waste any items in that regard. So that's pretty much what we're doing. And one of the main reasons why I didn't join the other union room is because whoever hosts this has to soft reset, so it ends the union room anyways. And I don't really want to spend time wasting the boost. I just want to hatch the eggs and then focus on my tournament for the rest of the night. I know I don't need to over-explain myself. I tend to do that. I'm sorry. Please forgive. I just want to do all the things sometimes. Remember the band episode from the original series? Which one? The one with the gun? With the Tauros episode? Or the Porygon episode? That had like that gave a lot of kids in Japan epileptic seizures whenever Pikachu used like Thunder Shock or Thunderbolt or something. There was a few banned episodes, honestly. There's one where James is like cross-dressing, and they like, I think they might have either just censored it. I don't remember. There was a Jinx episode, like a Christmas episode, that got banned because Jinx looked racist. It's very interesting, like, the reason why Jinx was designed the way it was originally. There's like a type of makeup trend in Japan for females. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. But like, that's what it's based on. There's like a doll. I remember so I used to work in Little Tokyo here in LA. I had a job, and there's a little plaza. There's a guy named Arthur Nakane. He used to be on America's Got Talent. He's like a one-man band, and he performs in this plaza like every weekend. And when I used to work down there, I'd see him all the time. He had this one song actually about there's like this, like the type of girl this is based on. They actually had dolls that were sold in Japan, and they essentially look like Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball Z, kinda. Which in America, there's like a connection to like minstrel shows, which is like a racist like depiction of African Americans in the history of America or whatever. But in Japan, it's like this whole different thing where it's like this fashion statement, like where these women would wear like dark makeup, and like it's like really confusing. Like the hairstyles are wild, the colors are weird. I can't remember the name of the fashion trend, but that's what Jinx is actually based on. So it's not actually like, you know, its roots are not actually in any way racist, but because whenever you bring it over to America and people look at it, they see like, oh, this is like minstrel shows. So it got banned. Like they redesigned Jinx actually. Not the only thing they changed was they made it more purple looking than like just pure black. But yeah, like that's like a very controversial Pokemon design that has been a thing in the past. But it pretty much is like similar to like in anime in general, it has like kind of questionable depictions of African American people or just like black people in general, like in some shows. But yeah, like this doll. So Arthur Nakane or whatever, this one man band, he's like this old man. He's like in a wheelchair now, but he was on America's Got Talent. Like search it up. See, like there's no point in joining this because she had to disconnect the room anyways. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Is like we can't actually do union rooms or circles like this because the host has to disconnect to save the resources. That's like the whole point of doing what we're doing. But Arthur Nakane, so he has this song about these dolls, and he was saying how like these dolls like were very like popular in Japan because he's from Japan, and like you know nowadays like obviously like you get canceled for them or whatever. Like it was very interesting. You know, it's just one of those things where you know sometimes people only look through the world through their like culture or whatever, but it makes sense that people would do that, but the world's just very much like there's a lot of stuff going on that like obviously we'd probably like not all 100% agree with culturally, but it's all happening. It's like we all live in our own little realities realistically, even within that, you know. Anyways, so yeah, there's a lot of like controversial stuff in general that comes out of Japan when it gets translated to the West. Pokemon typically you wouldn't think would get controversial, but there are like a few more cases even with like censors, like things being censored. I mean like a lot of like the cross-dressing or like the big boobs and sexualization in certain like episodes, because they will like, it does feel like they would sexualize like some of the younger girl trainers in Pokemon sometimes, and it's like kind of weird. Like in the original manga, like even Dragon Ball, actually, like the original Dragon Ball, it's kind of wild some of the stuff that was in like the original Dragon Ball. Anyways, times be changing, that's for sure. And as far as we know, there might not even be a planet in 2050 or a world that looks vastly different than the landscape we currently live in. Alright, let's get these Rowlet out of our face. Okay, let's keep on hatching our eggs. We'll have our own real life Groudon and Kyogre war happening on the planet. Like, I know I'm like joking a little bit, but like I legitimately feel like we're in a very unique time. No luck yet, Shion I didn't have any luck on Meltan. I've not had much luck here on our Rowlet. It's breaking my heart. What do I have to do? Why? How come every starter Pokemon I've Masuda Method has been over odds? That's what I want to know. Ooh, gotta transfer some stuff. Alright, 652. No luck. Gollywags. It has been used as a slur? I didn't know any of that. All I know is that like the origins of Jinx's, I mean, who really knows? I don't really know much about Japanese culture on that level. I'm not like an expert. Who knows like if it was ever depicted racially in Japan? I have no clue, to be honest. Oh, it's a Ditto. Alright. It was a European toy? Wait, really? Is it? I don't know if that's the same one. Maybe it is, but that seems crazy. If it's... that would mean that it's like... it was like a popular toy in Japan that was imported from Europe, which makes it even like weirder, if that's the case. But the toy and the fashion, like, that doesn't really make sense to me, because based on the story by Arthur, the toy is based on the fashion statement in Japan. So I don't understand. I don't know if that's the same thing, because the name doesn't look like correct. Like, I don't think that's the same name of the doll that I'm talking about. I don't think it's the same thing, honestly, that we're talking about. Alright. But again, like, I don't know. Like, I'm just like... based off of what an old man who played Casio piano and hit a drum with his foot at the same time. Let's see. I actually kind of want to Google it myself. I'm curious. Because he actually has a song called whatever it's called. I'm just gonna see what the name of the song is called. Oh, literally, he's like the first thing that comes up. Arthur Nakane dolls. It's called Winky Doll. But maybe that was like a... maybe that's like an alternative name for the same thing. The song is called Winky Doll. And that's what it's about, he said. Here, I'll even like, you know what? Let's just play the dang song on stream. It actually, I think it shows him performing at the... this is actually at the, this is legitimately at the plaza I was just talking about in Little Tokyo. that they're filming him. Hold on, let me bring this up on the stream real quick. 1 second. Yeah, there he is. Hold on. Let me get this situated. So, yeah, I'll just play it like this. You don't have to see the full thing.
That's fine. Are you ready? Now, this is a song I wrote 57 years ago, 1960. It's called a Winky Doll. In 1960 in Japan, we had a big fad of this
In the 1960s.
black plastic baby doll in Japan.
Alright, he's gonna tell the story.
Now, we just blew up an inflate and then put it on the arms. That's girls just love this Winky Doll. At the height of this Winky Doll craze, some Americans
Ganguro is the name of the fashion style. Yeah.
felt it kind of degraded
I'll do truth.
many black people, I'm sorry to say, felt offended simply because this black baby doll had that grass skirts. But we don't mean to, you know, degrade anybody, just, you know, the tropical.
Yeah, he's giving like a little bit of backstory of it.
You know, Caribbean, you know, they.
But yeah, this is what Jinx was based on, is like the Ganguro style or whatever. And these dolls I think were based on it too.
Felt degraded. So Japanese said, okay, no more Winky Doll. So Fair died.
He plays a song called Winky Doll that he wrote. But yeah, this is Arthur Nakane. I can't for some reason fix the ratio of the window, but you can still see him. He's a one-man band. And he actually is in a wheelchair too. Like, I used to see this dude. I used to take transportation all the time when I was living in downtown, and I'd see him like on the transportation with all of his stuff. Like,
See if you like it.
really respectable dude, honestly.
If you like it, maybe I'll be encouraged to.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to say, is that it's not the same culturally. And that's what he's trying to explain here. It's like, it's obvious that like in the West we have a different opinion of it. But there's no malicious intent in the initial like reason why this is the way it is.
not baby doll. It got to be the black baby doll. Okay?
Is it true that I think I'm gonna lose? Well,
Winky doll.
I think there's a lot of great battlers. Like, one battler for sure that I know that's a up-and-coming VGC channel, Neil VGC. He will be competing in Charlotte. Like, it's gonna be a lot of tough battlers, so yeah. I have a little bit of doubt in my mind for sure.
Thumbs down. One thing,
But I'm gonna try my best to manifest
not to
and try to win.
kind. I can face the
Alright, we got one more egg here.
whatever you
He's gonna
do,
play the song
be
soon.
honest, be fair.
We were just talking about like banned Pokemon, like controversial Pokemon designs and such, and just want to give a little bit of backstory of the Jinx design. It is honestly one of the weirdest Pokemon designs in general. Like I don't know. I've always like, I don't know.
Winky doll.
Smoochum's pretty cute though.
Ready?
That's a good baby Pokemon for it. Alright, he's gonna play Winky Doll. I used to do Pokemon Go streams in this area all the time, years ago, on Twitch. And I would walk by this guy all the time. He'd be like background music in the stream. This might even be like a throwback for anyone that remembers those streams. Because I've definitely put this guy on stream multiple times.
First fish.
I sent the link I found to your Discord so you can read it. It's really interesting. Did it generate like word? Okay, I'll look at it. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. Winky doll. Get your Winky doll. No, don't get your Winky doll. This is what all this music sounds like though. It's just like really upbeat. It's actually nice to hear this when you're like, it's like a night, like a, just like an afternoon in downtown LA. Like you're going to lunch, grabbing something to eat at the local, like, I don't know, restaurant or grocery store. Getting some onigiri or something. Oh yeah, Arthur. Yeah, that's a good point. It's important to think that I have to improve, and I do agree. I definitely feel that way. That's a good like way to view it. Arthur's breaking it down now. Yeah, definitely. That's a good mentality. Don't put so much pressure on myself. Just take it one battle at a time. I wish I hatched the shiny during the Winky Doll song. Why can't I be that lucky? Alright, that was Arthur Nakane. Shout out to Arthur, he's a legend here in downtown LA. That was fun. I haven't listened to him in a long time. Because I don't work down there anymore. 666! No! No luck, yo. Alright, let's get another batch of Rowlet here. This is crazy that I still haven't hatched it. For real. We don't have time for the non-Chinese. Alright, let's keep going. But yeah, I'm gonna put in a lot of time tonight to focus. It was actually my girlfriend's birthday yesterday. We were hanging out, like obviously spending time together, focusing on herself. It was a nice time. But today, I'm going to try my best to get as much practice as I possibly can. I'm going to take a little bit of a lunch break when I end my stream, and I'm just going to be like grinding. Come on. I'm going to keep the non-shiny Antichrist in my party for now. If you have a raid, send me one. I'm down to do a raid on the stream. I have gold. I might have to buy a pass, but I have gold. What is is it Ho-Oh still? If it is, I have like a bunch of SmackDown T-Tars. Oh, it's Thunderous. I'd be down. I don't know if I have that shiny, to be honest. I like doing the raids when I have excess gold and such, or if I have like a free pass and I'm on a raid. Like, I'm definitely gonna do some in-person raids this weekend since there's gonna be so many people at a Pokemon tournament, you know what I mean? It'll be so easy to do some in-person raids. But I usually like to hunt for the legendary shinies and go casually because they're Pokemon I can send to home at some point if I want. Alright, we have 2 more eggs here. Yeah, Dino Boy said he'll do the raid. You have Pokemon Go, right? If Ad is down to add you, then yeah, you can do it with us. Alright. I'm sure we could beat it with 3 people pretty easily. I could still just bring T-Tar with SmackDown more than likely. Alright, we have 1 more egg in this batch. Okay, no luck. Hatch another batch. Hope I get the shiny Rowlet today. If I get one, I'll definitely evolve it into Decidueye. We'll do it like right after we get it. It's kind of insane that they, seriously, all of our starter, it's not even like the Masuda hunts in general, it's only the starter hunts I've done have gone over odds. Everything else that wasn't a starter, we got under odds. Oh no, it's not a raid in Scarlet Violet, it's a Pokemon Go raid. Sounds good. In Pokemon Go on Wednesdays, 6 p.m. your local time, there's something called Raid Hour, and for the hour, there's only legendary raids that spawn, whatever the current rotating boss is. And Ada lives on the East Coast, so it's about to be, it's 6 p.m. there, like 6:02. So that's what we're talking about. Like, I live on the West Coast, so it's only like 3:02 here. You pull a shiny and then you owe us $100 each. Wait, what? What are you talking about, bro? I don't like that. I don't have $100 to just give away for free. Or at least like based on chance. Alright. Alright, Ad is sending an invite to a raid. I'm gonna try to join it. It's all sunny wherever you're at. Okay. Gotta buy a pass real quick. Alright, do I have 2 more? Alright, cool. Yeah, see, we're in a raid lobby right now and Go. I don't know if you'll have people because I'm home with no intention of going out. Yeah, I don't know, if anyone here is down. I think we could probably beat it with 3 people. Right? I think we have enough. What is the move on this if it's recommending Gyarados? Does it have like a fighting move or something? No, it wouldn't be fighting. I don't understand. It's recommending Gyarados, so what is the moveset that could be? Mega Gardevoir? Cool. I'm just gonna tap. I'm gonna trust that, you know, T-Tar is just a solid option here. I do have my level 50 T-Tar too. Oh yeah, I guess it could have an ice move, potentially. I don't remember what its moves are, to be honest. It's been so long. I don't think I've ever used this Pokemon competitively. in this game. I'm just gonna throw this Stone Edges for sure. Let me back out of this Caspa Kid. I accidentally ran into it. Oh, Crunch. That makes sense. It was recommending Mega Gyarados. Oh, I should have Mega did it back. I technically could have. Alright, we got another egg hatching here. This will be 677. How do you do raids and Go? You have to have raid passes. So for this one, I'm actually using a remote raid pass, which allows me to do raids that people send me invites to that aren't near me. So this raid is currently like in a different state entirely. But otherwise you have to use your daily pass that you get, or a green pass, which is like an in-person pass. Yeah, this will be... I think we got this for sure. 678 on Rowlet. Yeah, as long as we get this to yellow before 150, we good. Which is looking pretty solid. Okay, 679. I don't think it's for the same thing, but yeah, I feel that. Okay. You got another egg hatch in here. This will be 680. Yeah, we're definitely gonna beat this. We have more than enough time. Okay. Fix the raids! Exactly. Alright, I should have one more to hatch. Yeah. Let's get my memo, some love. It's Sassifrass 88. 88 because that's the year I was born. Pretty much just use Sassifrass as my gamer name these days. Sassifrass. Alright, let me get another batch of eggs here. Oops. Wait, that was weird. I'm using one hand to do this. So I can still tap. I mean, I'm sure even if I stop tapping briefly, we'd be fine in this raid. Oh god. Why? It's a little tap of the Joy-Con. That's all it takes to mess everything. Oh my gosh. Oh, I hit the B button. You know what? I'm just gonna use my hands. Sorry. Raid. That took way too long. Alright, here we go. You know, I should just go for the water move. I think it does more damage, technically, because it's stab. Word, I can remove someone and I'll add you. Oh wait, you can add him if you do another raid invite. If you're down to add Dino Boy here. Come on. Alright, I'm just gonna let you finish this instead of going back in the lobby. 682. Alright, I'll wait a few more seconds and then press OK, and it should be over. 683. There we go. Alright, the raid is over. Oh, you're just doing the one? Okay. I'll add you the Dino Boy on my account when I get a chance. Okay. Let's get these hatched. Good luck on getting a shiny Ada. Thank you for hosting the raid. Alright. We'll try our luck for Thundurus here. That does not look like it's a shiny. No luck. I'm just gonna randomly throw balls. Come on. No. Wasted 2 already. No shiny here either. Come on. One more egg here in this batch. Please be a shiny Rowlet. Okay. 686. Oh my gosh, I've wasted 3 balls on this. Come on, throw a great throw. Please just stay in the ball. Please just stay in the ball. Alright, sick. Okay, that solves that. Thank you, Ada. Let's grab another batch of eggs. Continue on. Oops. Guess I'll catch this Grimer real quick. Let me run. Let me see how much time I have left on my egg boost here as well. About 6 minutes. Alright. Get rid of this Grimer, since I don't really have space. It's a Raichu raid? Oh. Yeah, doesn't sound too fun. Alrighty. Getting some more eggs hatched here. 687, please be a shiny Rowlet. We've been hatching a lot of these eggs. It'd be great to get it before my trip this weekend. Okay, no luck. Let's get our next egg hatched here. 688. Come on. Still no luck. 689 coming right up. Come on. Be a shiny. Jeez Louise. How is this possible? Alright, 690. Will it be the shiny? You can just download OBS and start making content. It's a, you know, it's a matter of just like learning it. Anyone can really do it if they want to like learn. And if you think you have something to offer, entertainment, information, value, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of layers to how you can go about making content. But yeah, it just really comes down to posting your first video, and nothing's ever going to be perfect when you first start. It's, you know, it's just a matter of like learning from trying something. And it's kind of like a good way to go about many aspects of life is everything is always going to be no unless you like ask or try. And if you're young, I mean, you know, you have a lot of time to try things out and fail. I never personally look at failure as a bad thing. I always think it's how you handle failure. Because failure can actually be extremely valuable information to you as an individual to help you do something better the next time, or, you know, learn from your mistakes type situation. I feel like there's a lot of emphasis on like failing, at least like in like American culture or whatever, but I personally do not look at it the same way. I think no one moves in a linear path in life, and whatever your goals are only going to become a reality if you make it a pattern, a routine in your life, something that you want to do. And not everyone will be successful. Like, I don't even know, like, you know, I just kind of do it because I feel like I know a lot about Pokemon. I'm a fan of the franchise. I know a lot of the technical side of like making a stream. I'm an animator, artist, so I can pretty much do everything myself. Emotes, blah blah blah, whatever I want, I can just make it. You know, like making videos on YouTube. Like I already was like, I went to school for film, so like I just enjoy editing, and I've learned a lot of like like tricks and such along the way. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to hit that. So yeah, it's just a matter of like doing stuff, adding like a hobby or something to your routine. You know, it's like the same even if you want to like live a healthier lifestyle. Like going to sleep and waking up at the same time every day, having like a pattern of sleep that is the same every day is actually really good for a human. But it's not possible for everyone. But you can actually be in a way better, like, you know, state of mind if you can like get in a very regular routine. True question. Messi or Ronaldo? What do you call it? Soccer, football? Arceus? I don't know much. I don't follow football that much. If you mean like soccer or football, I go back and forth between Arceus and Arceus. I don't even know how to say it. Like I feel like I knew at one point, but I just say them both interchangeably. I think I say Pokemon Legends Arceus. I think I normally say Arceus. But it might be Arceus. That might be the proper way to say it. I don't even remember. But yeah. Let's see. I have a minute 20 seconds. I'll just make I'll make a regular peanut butter sandwich after this. Unless you're there, Ada, like it's all good. I remember you said you have to get dinner ready, so you might be busy doing that. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know there's actually like a canon enunciation of the word somewhere. Whether it be like the Pokedex by Pokemon or whatever, but I don't remember what it says. In a minute? Okay, perfect. Alright, we'll get this batch of eggs hatched and then we'll be ready. Alright, 697. Come on. Yeah, I've actually like messed around on YouTube a lot before even this channel. Like my daily Sassifrass one. Like before even my Pokemon content, I've kind of messed around with different YouTube channels. They weren't really successful or anything, but I feel like my daily Sassifrass one's like on the right track. I've been trying to make some content like long form wise that helps people out with the game. And like during my live streams, like I said, like I just kind of dive into like all the nitty gritty. Like I don't specifically make content for PvP or whatever on this channel, but I definitely talk about it all the time in my streams. Because it is like one of the main reasons why I still play Pokemon is VGC. Like legitimately. Okay. What is that? Is that a... Oh. I haven't seen this in a minute. Alright, I got another egg hatch in here. 700. Will we be lucky? Dang. No luck yet. Come on. Oops. I wasn't looking at the screen. I ran into that on accident. It's the only downside of multitasking. I run into so many more wild Pokemon because I just look off for 1 minute. I'm getting wrecked by wild encounters. Alright, this should be the final egg of this batch. The first ever created Pokemon is Rhydon. I think it's already been stated. I think people debate the first Pokemon because you can take first differently. Like, do you mean first in lore? Like Mew? Do you mean first in... Like, you know what I mean? Do you mean first as in, like, the creator, Arceus? Do you mean first as in the legitimate first Pokemon ever designed, which was Nido... or Rhydon, excuse me? Or do you mean the first Pokedex of the National Dex, which is Bulbasaur? I think that's what people try to debate, but I'm pretty sure it's Rhydon was the very first physically designed Pokemon by Ken Sugimori, or whatever. No, I haven't. Ado, are you down to do the Union Room, by the way? No luck on this owl. I've hatched 701 eggs, and this still had no luck. I appreciate that, Ada. I am pretty sure Rhydon is the very first designed Pokemon by Ken Sugimori. And originally Clefairy was supposed to be the mascot, but then they ended up switching it to Pikachu. Thank you, Ada. But it is like cool, you know. I think people just, I saw like a short that went around recently on YouTube kind of talking about that. And they were kind of presenting it in the same way. I didn't realize people like had that discussion on that level. Like I can understand like thinking Bulbasaur is the first Pokemon created because it is #1 in the Dex. But it wasn't. Alright, let's go. But yeah, if you're asking in the context of lore and not like the actual IP, I think it's either Arceus or Mew, right? I think those are technically the very first Pokemon created in the universe of Pokemon. Unless Terrakalapos or whatever the Pokemon is in this game, there's like something revealed about it that like it's interesting because some of the like legendaries in the past few games, like I don't know the nitty-gritty of like alchemy or whatever, but I just remember reading like about fan theories about how a lot of these Pokemon that are legendaries are all representative of some element of alchemy, like Arceus, is it Chroma or what the hell is it called? The giant poison Pokemon in X and Y. Oh, not X and Y, Sword and Shield, excuse me. Then like Zygarde, and then this Pokemon. Like apparently they all like represent some aspect of alchemy. And that like, it's very fascinating, honestly. Like, even though like Pokemon tends to like half-ass majority of its like, you know, elements, the lore is always like super thoughtful of like what it's derived from. Not those Pokemon. I'm not talking about Sun and Moon. I'm talking about the one that's in Sword and Shield. Xernetis? Is that what it's called? The word is like Eternatus. That's what it's called. Eternatus. Eternatus. That's what it's called. So that one is supposed to represent... Wait, I'm trying to remember what that one represents. But yeah, there's like 4 elements that apparently build up alchemy. And apparently like Arceus is kind of like a play on alchemy. Like the word in itself already. Pokemon does like to base a lot of its lore and such on math. There are like a lot of Pokemon that are just like derived from math, folklore, mythology, you know, anything that's really universally human. Between X, Y, Ultra Moon, Alpha Sapphire, gotta pick one to buy. Oh, that's a good question. Do you have any of those gens before? Or like, what are the stipulations to picking? Are they all new to you? Eternity. Alright, so we're gonna get these final eggs hatch, and then I'm gonna focus on getting prepped for my tournament for tomorrow. Well, not my tournament tomorrow, but the tournament's on Saturday. But I'm heading out tomorrow. I'm starting my trip over to the East Coast. 7:02. Oh, I see, I see. Wait, why is it all blurry? That's weird. I'm trying to think, what would I recommend? X and Y is cool. Because of like megas. I mean, I guess you could technically Mega Evolve in Sun. Wait, what did I say? Did I say X and Y? I meant to say X and Y if I didn't say X and Y. X and Y would be cool. Sun and Moon, you can technically Mega Evolve, but I don't think you can do it until post-game. So it's like, eh. Technically, shiny hunting in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon's pretty fun from what I've heard. I don't have that version. But the wormhole stuff is super good for shiny hunting. So maybe if that's what your goal is, that might be a thing. The Alpha Omega games are cool. I guess it's like X or Y or Alpha, one of the like Gen 3 remakes. Gen 3 might be the better of the Gen 6 games. Like the Gen 3 remakes might be better because there are Megas evolved. There's still Megas in them and such. I thought there were different ways to shiny hunt in Ultra Moon. Maybe I'm just mistaken. I thought, because isn't there like other post-game content that's different? Like the whole appeal to the re-releases of those games? Alright. Dang, it's so crazy. No Primarina. Yeah, I mean, true. I just recommend, like personally, I own like, there's only a few games I don't own anymore that got lost over the years that I wish I still had. I can't find Platinum or Emerald in my game collection. It makes me a little sad. But yeah. So does it shut down tomorrow? Is it the 23rd that the eShop shuts down? Alright, I didn't get any shinies in my incense. I didn't expect to, but it's fine. Oh wait, did I get a new batch? Yeah, I did. Okay. Perfect. Okay, the 27th. So there's still a little bit of time. That's good. Hold on, let me get out of this. I don't want to run into Tauros. No! Anyways, I don't. We'll take a peek here soon and see how many eggs we got left. 707. There's also my recent shiny Pokemon. I'm like tempted to send my shiny Mew. Yo, Mr. Joe, what is up, bro? Yeah, I feel that, Ada. I think it's fun to play some of the old games, just to replay them and such, but I feel that. Shout out to Joe. Yeah, I think there's more Pokemon that spawn post-game and such. Behold, Joe Mod and Ada. Two of the best. Maybe I'll send one of my Darkrai's. Yeah, I'll send this Darkrai to home. I feel like I already did do that. For Darkrai. Sounds good, Ada. Enjoy your dinner. We have 2 more hatches here. Yeah, I'm gonna send this Darkrai to Pokemon Home. Where do I have to go for that again? There we go. Okay, we have 1 more hatch of this batch. Ultra Moon or X? Maybe just flip a coin. Wait, why is it telling me to sign in? Well, let me X out of that real quick. Weird. Alright. Alright, we're gonna send this shiny Darkrai to Pokemon home. There it goes. Nice. I'll check it in a bit. Alright, I'm pretty sure that was 7-11. Let me get another batch. How much do I have left? Okay, we have like around like 39 eggs left. Well, technically 44 counting the batch that we have in our inventory. Alright, cool. I bet we could hatch it all with the rest of this egg boost. Yeah. Still have that Slowpoke as my buddy. I don't remember. Have I caught enough Psychic type? Probably not, right? Is that the one I'm... Oh, I've only caught 6. Alright, it's gonna take some time before we could evolve that. Whoa! That was a close call. Alright, we got another egg hatching. I think I'll switch over to my other screen for the rest of the stream. Let me just check this egg real quick before I switch. Okay. No luck. Alright, let me readjust this. Okay, cool. Just checking the flowers on their heads. Let's see. 7-13. Oh, it looks like my girlfriend got the poster from the Lana Del Rey thing she was looking. Wait, what? Oh, my girl was sending me a... Alright. Sorry. I was like... reading a text message from her real quick. I think so, yeah. Shiny hunting is better in Ultra Moon. I don't think anyone would disagree with that statement. Alright, 7:15 here. Wait, what did I just click on? I'm not sure. I don't know if I changed anything. Maybe it didn't do anything. But yeah, thanks for tuning in today, ladies and gentlemen. We are trying to get a Shiny Rowlet here. Been a little unlucky, but we still got like 40-ish eggs left. We'll see what happens. Will I be fortunate and lucky? Or will this be no luck? Alright, I think I need to get another batch of eggs. Okay. Yeah, let's get another batch here. Alrighty. Let's keep on keeping on. Let's knock out that sleeping Vigoroth, because why not? Okay. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. I am really excited, to be honest. I mean, I know I'm a little nervous about my trip, but I am also extremely excited. I really do feel like once I get all situated and I'm like there Saturday, if I can just manage to like keep my head in the game the first few matches, I'll feel really good about everything. Alright, 7-17. Oh, goodness gracious, yo, this is brutal. Oh yeah, you do need to transfer the Exeggutor for that strategy, for the Lepa Berry, Harvest Berry thing, right? Oh, excuse me. The infamous skill swap, hypnosis situation. I guess you technically would use it in combo with like Gallade or something. 7-19, jeez Louise, yeah. It is kind of fascinating that I've had such bad luck with every starter. I'm like almost dreading Scorbunny, Meowscarada, and Quackavel, whatever it's called. I feel you. Alright, I got one more egg here in this batch. Let's see, 721. Will we be lucky today? Will you say? Goodness. Word. Okay. So no luck thus far. Just keep on keeping on. $7.21, wow. It feels like these numbers just... I feel like I've done so many Masuda hunts already this gen that this doesn't even faze me. Like, I legitimately am not fazed by this hunt. Like, it's like unfortunate that we're going this long, but it just feels like I blinked my eye and we were at 721 eggs. That's straight up how I feel about this hunt. So I guess, like, with that being said, it's not the worst. It is getting a little wild though. I have to have some good luck here soon. Maybe that means I'm going to do really good in the tournament this weekend. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head, Ada, but it's worth like mentioning for sure. I think it matters the most for the legendary. Like, you need to have that technique for sure if you're going to shiny hunt a legendary. Yeah, that's always been like a thing in the Pokemon games. It's like generational moves that are only obtainable in a certain gen, but they can be transferred into the new games. I wish I could have your luck right now, Tion Max. I'm getting like jumped right now. Dang. Like, I legitimately just wish I had your luck. Okay. But like I said, I mean, if I have the luck this weekend in the tournament instead, hey, I'll take it. Because there's still going to be like an element of RNG that's involved into a tournament. Crits, flinches, para, you know, like stuff like that. Turn to sleep. It's all going to play a role. Getting the double protect. Alright. Let's go. Alright, we have one more egg in this batch and then we continue on. 7-21. 726. Could it be it? No luck. Alright, let's get another batch of eggs. Alright, we're getting on our final, what, 29 eggs, I think? Yes. 29 more eggs. I mean, it only takes one. And because I've hatched one on the very first egg before and one on the third to last or second to last egg, I'll believe anything. Every single one of these eggs has the same odds. There's no correlation to what we've done before or what we'll do in the future. It's just purely probability. And we're here for it. Just running around. Hoping for the best, you know? I'm hoping this will be our lucky box. Come on. 727. Come on. Be a shiny. No luck. Alright, let's keep it going. 270 or 728. Will it be a shiny? Goodness gracious. It's so ridiculous. I feel like... Did I curse myself with starters? 729. Come on, be a shiny. Gracious. Goodness. Alright, 730. Be the one. Goodness. Beans! Like PhD would say. Alright, this is the final egg of this batch. 731. Will it be a shiny? No, it will not, will it? Alright. Let's grab that. I'm gonna grab this batch of eggs. Switch it up a bit. Continue on. We have 24 more eggs. I have 11 minutes left. I think there's a really good chance I could just hatch the rest of my eggs. I won't really need the boost anymore. I appreciate the offer. And you keep an eye out for me. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep running. We have no place to be, just wandering. 732. Okay. No shiny Rowlet there. $733. Still no shiny.
Within our nation, to denounce the evils of hate and love, to extend our reach to the stars above. Jesse, James, Team Rocket, blast off at the speed of light. Surrender now or prepare to fight.
732. Or 734. I went backwards. How did I do that? Interesting. That's probably not a great sign that my brain's going to be in the best functionality to practice tonight. 7:35. Will it be a shiny? Okay, no luck. Just keep on, keep on. 7:36. My final egg of this batch. Then we have 19 more eggs after this. The only problem is it's gonna be like probably like 10 to 12 hours for the full day. I don't know if drinking would really benefit me. Probably get tired. Coffee though. Yeah. I mean, honestly, maybe it would make sense to like get a little bit of a buzz. But alcohol could be your worst enemy in a thinking game. In a game where thinking matters, impairment could be the disadvantage. Come on. 19 more eggs. And we're hatching them. We're hatching those eggs. Right, 7:37. Please let it be a shiny. Yeah, we've already done our Meltan box a while ago, so at this point we're just kind of like finishing the rest of our eggs that we have in our box. Beware of strong Pokemon. 7:38. Will it be a shine? Nope. Alright, let's keep on hatching the eggs. 7:39. If it's not a shiny, it would be a crime. Starts raining directly after. It's a mood. Yeah, I feel the same. 7:40. Come on, then we have 14 eggs after this. Or after this next two. Alright, no shine. One more egg of this batch. Yeah, we were straight to the point today about hatching eggs. 7:41. Oh gosh. Still no shine. Oh wait, I just realized. Sorry about that, chat. I guess I haven't hunted on this screen during this hunt yet. I didn't even have the encounters up. But now you can see them. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. Okay. We keep on keeping on. Got 14 more eggs to hatch on the stream, and then we are gonna head off for the day. Like I said, the next two streams, I typically stream on Saturday. It's probably not gonna happen, just because I'll be at the Charlotte Regional. Monday, I won't be back till like 4 p.m. my time. I don't know if I'll feel like streaming after that, so there's a good chance I might. Unless I do like a mobile stream in the airport or something, I'll probably postpone my stream to Tuesday. So my next like Scarlet Violet stream will probably be Tuesday. Okay. Unless I'm like hyped when I get back and I just want to talk about the tournament. I don't know what will happen, to be honest. 7:43. There's a bag that's just floating on by. Dang. 4. Getting close to the end of our eggs. Come on. Wow. This game really does not want to give me a shot. Alright, we have another egg here. 745. Still nothing. Goodness gracious. Attach this last egg of this batch, and then we should have 9 more eggs. 746. We're getting pretty high up there. Come on. Alright, no luck. Let's switch out. Yeah, so there's 9 more. Alright. Guess we'll see what happens. Do we get lucky on the final 9? Or are we doomed? To kind of have to put this off till I come back. I don't know. 9 more eggs is all I got. I mean, it's possible. Like I said, it's happened to me before, where I've hatched on the second to last egg of the stream. But you never know. It just feels like, with the odds, like more than likely I'm probably not going to hatch it, but we'll see. 747. Okay, no luck there. Oh yeah, let me check the auction house while I'm in this area. Okay. 748 is coming right up. Will we get it? Nope. 3 more eggs of this particular batch. Dive balls. Okay, yeah, nothing cool here right now. 749. Dang. 2 more eggs of this batch. So we have 6 eggs in total to hatch. Alright, 750. At least we'll end on even, or not even, but we'll end on like a divisible of 5 at the end of the stream. If we have to continue our hunt and we don't hatch it in the next 5 eggs. Okay, 751. Could we possibly be lucky? Dang, yeah. We have 4 more eggs. Okay. That's what it comes down to. Will there be a shiny? Let me save real quick. Alright, let's get these final eggs hatched, and then I'm gonna spend the rest of my evening making some final adjustments to my BGC team for the weekend. But yes. We'll see what's up. Dun, 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 dun. Excuse me. Yeah, hopefully we get lucky, but you know, I have a feeling we're going to be back here on Tuesday. Potentially Monday, I guess, but we'll see. 752. Alright, no luck there. 3 more eggs. And counting. There's 753. Will be a shiny. No luck. 2 more. Oh no. This hunt. How did this happen? Alright, 754. We have one more egg after this. Oh no, we have one more egg. 1 in 512 here. 1 in 512. That's all we can hope for. Alright, here it is. Final egg of the stream, ladies and gentlemen. 755. Will it be a shiny? Dang. How unfortunate. But hey, it happens. We're at 755 egg hatches currently for Rowlet. A little unlucky, I would arguably say. Definitely feels a little unlucky. But, you know, like I said a little bit earlier, I feel desensitized to these hunts. I'm so used to getting into this number of egg hatches that it's a blink. So, I'm sure we'll get it here soon. I mean, eventually we'll get it. Just hope this doesn't go higher than the Froakie odds. Before I head off today, I'm gonna end the stream by going into Pokemon Home and getting my Darkrai that I transferred from Pokemon Go. So let me do that real quick. Alright, let me turn that off. Why not? Alright. Well, let me turn off the... Excuse me. Let me pause the other music for a second. Alright, I'm gonna retrieve my Darkrai real quick. I just want to see what its stats look like in Pokemon Home. Like what nature it ended up becoming and all that. Yes, let's receive our Darkrai. Alright, it's taking a second. Alright, let's go check it out real quick. I'll just look at it in Pokemon Home. I need to really organize my boxes, that's for sure. I cannot wait until there's home integration for Scarlet and Violet, excuse me. This is actually the very first shiny Pokemon I ever Masuda Method. So it was Gen 4 that I did this one. It has terrible IVs. But that was the very first shiny I've ever hatched. Or even got in a game, to be honest. It's pretty old. Alright, let me find this Darkrai that I just transferred in. There it is. Let's see what it looks like. It's docile nature. I guess I can't look at its IVs in this feature. Alright, it's fine. There's my Darkrai. Cool. So that's a legitimate shiny Darkrai that I have in here now. I'm pretty sure I already have one. But whatever. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna get ready for my tournament this weekend. Thanks for tuning into the stream. The Sass Squad's getting stronger each and every day. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon if you're tuning in. And I'll catch you next week, unless I do like some streams this weekend where I you know, touch base. Anyways, take care. Peace out. Bye.